Hi friends, this is Marina Shepelsky, the founder of Shepelsky Law Group, New York City-based immigration law firm. We help people become US citizens, green card holders from all over the United States. All the 50 states are welcome. And today's video is when can you do the citizenship test in your native language. Basically, we're going to talk to you about the exceptions and accommodations for people who are senior citizens, who are disabled, and so on. Those are usually the exceptions to the rule that everybody filing for US citizenship has to do the English and the civics and history test. So first of all, you start the process with the N400. The first exception to this is if you have a disability that prevents you from studying and being prepared for the English and the civics parts of this exam. In other words, you don't remember English, you can't remember American history and the civics parts of the exam because of your health problems. It's either physical or mental. You've been seeing a doctor for at least 6 months and you can't work, because if you're working, it's going to be super hard to prove that you have a medical or mental disability. A disability usually means you can't work. You're not able to work. So if you're not able to work, and if you have medical and mental problems, you can ask your doctor to fill out a special medical disability waiver called Form N648. I recommend filing it with your N400 application for US citizenship. It has to be reviewed by the officer when you get to the interview, and they will make the decision whether to accept it or not. If they don't accept it, you will have to do your test in English and know the civics and history, and you could fail. But if they do accept it, they will completely skip the civics and history test. They won't test you in English, but they will still review your application with you through a translator, through an interpreter. So in some states, you can bring one of your adult kids or your own interpreter. In some places like New York City, they will get an interpreter on the phone, on a loudspeaker right at the interview. And then you can do your interview only on the application when they have accepted your medical disability waiver, the N648 waiver. So that's the first exception from the rule. The second English language exemption, only the English language exemption, is for people who are age 50 or older, when they file for naturalization and they've lived here in the States with a green card for 20 years. So if you have a green card for 20 years and you're 50 or over, you don't have to do the test in English, but you will still have to know all the information and use an interpreter to answer the 10 questions they ask you about history and civics of the United States. And that's commonly called the 50/20 exception. The 50/20 exception. The third exception, and that's an exception to the English language part of the test, is called the 55/15 exception. The 55/15 exception is for people who are age 55 or older and at the time of naturalization, they're 55 or older. They're filing the application on that date. They're 55 or older, and they've already had a green card for at least 15 years in the United States. So 55 and had a green card for 15 years also gets the English exception, meaning you have to take the test, but you could do it in your native language. It doesn't have to be in English, okay? It doesn't accept you from history and civics, only from the English part. That's it, pretty much. So in the first instance, the form N648, medical certification for disability, you need a doctor's letter. I usually review them for our clients, or our lawyers review them for our clients. We always find mistakes in those things. The letter has to very specifically explain why this person, man or woman, who are usually elderly, but not always, have medical and mental problems that prevent them from being able to remember information, remember English, be able to respond at the time of exam. That's the first exemption. Then we got the 50/20 exception, 50 years old, green card for 20 years. and the 15 exception. 55 years old or older, and you had your green card for 15 years. Everyone else has to do the test in English, has to answer the history and the civics questions in English and understand the information. By the way, the information to study, the questions, and there's only 100 questions for the history and civics part, will be given to you when you do your biometrics. They give you a nice booklet, but also you can download it from uscis.gov in the naturalization section of that website. Remember that you have to show your arrest history. Hopefully you've never been arrested. You remember that you have to show that you pay taxes, that you have a job, or if you don't, you're disabled. How are you surviving and supporting yourself? Plus that you didn't lie at all ever when filing for a green card, that everything you've submitted to them is truthful, and that you're a person of good moral character. Plus, you've never been married to several people at the same time. You've never done anything illegal or bad, and you deserve to become a US citizen. Thank you for watching. Please give us a little heart to show us you like this video. Please subscribe to our channel and find us on Instagram under Shepelsky Attorney if you want to see short little videos and posts about our practice. See you later. Bye-bye.